coming in as the India-Canada diplomatic face-off escalates. The United States has reacted on the departure of Canadian diplomats, saying it is concerned by the departure of Canadian envoys, urging India to cooperate with Canada. My colleague Rishabh and Aditi joining us on the broadcast with the details. Rishabh, it's important to mention that this is just a reaction to Canada's escalation in tensions with India. Canada has been harboring Khalistanis. There's no action on the diplomats being threatened in Canada. More importantly, India is only seeking parity in presence of diplomats, which is consistent with the Vienna Convention.
Well, definitely, India has asked for a parity, and this hasn't happened overnight. For over a month, the discussions on the parity of diplomatic numbers have been on. Initially, the date that was given to Canada was 10th of October, and India was adamant that Canada needs to bring down the numbers to a level which shows parity by 10th of October. But given that there were negotiations and Canada tried to buy time from India, the new date was yesterday, October 28. Now what we are given to understand that 41 Canadian diplomats have been removed, but the sources suggest that this hasn't impacted their consular services, and to hold the in-person visa in consulates is solely their unilateral decision. Apart from that, Matthew Miller for that matter UK Foreign Office coming up with the reaction point is this is between India and Canada. There is
absolutely, but Trudeau's saying that Indian government is making it unbelievably difficult for life as usual. I also want to go across to Aditi, who's joining us, because US expressing concern should also be about the unfounded allegations that Canada is making against India. Aditi.
Exactly, rightly said, Pratibha, and Canada is still awaited to provide any evidence against their allegations on India that we have a role to play in Nijja's death. Now, over here is the statement of the United States. It says that we are concerned by the departure of Canadian diplomats from India in response to the Indian government's demand of Canada to significantly reduce its diplomatic presence. Resolving differences requires diplomats on the ground. We have urged the Indian government not to insist upon a reduction in Canada's diplomatic presence and to cooperate in the ongoing Canadian investigation. We expect India to uphold its obligations under the 1961 Vienna Convention on diplomatic relations, including with respect to privileges and immunities enjoyed by accredited members of Canada's diplomatic mission.
Okay, all right. Aditi and Rishabh, thank you for joining us with those inputs. Slipping into a quick break here. We'll be right back.